Ladies, today we are having a her chat. Let's talk about how we navigate being elegant throughout life's changes. So let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Laura, and this is Executive Her. On this channel, I help women navigate their professional paths through modern elegance, grace, and sophisticated style. Let's talk about how you navigate being elegant when life is lifing. It is changing. In your 20s, you may be getting out of university, and now you are starting to adult. You're adulting, and you're starting a career. That's a major change. In your 30s, perhaps you are thinking about a family or getting married, and now you have the responsibilities of being a parent, being a spouse, and you're grinding in your career. You're trying to get ahead. Those are huge changes. And then in your 40s and 50s, perhaps you now have children who are getting close to going to college if they haven't gone to college already, or they're graduating from college, and you are now starting to think about your life. You're thinking about your career, perhaps even retirement. And then all of a sudden, you're going through either perimenopause or menopause. And that in and of itself is a huge biological change. So each stage in life, there are going to be changes. And through it all, well, life is going to throw you some curveballs where there are going to really be some changes that you didn't expect. Maybe a breakup or a divorce. Maybe you lose a loved one. Maybe you lose your job or your career is not satisfying. You just happen to just go through all of these changes and you're trying to navigate them. So how do you remain elegant when sometimes you don't even feel like getting out of bed? You don't even feel like getting dressed, and heaven knows you don't even feel like talking to anyone or being around anyone. So let's talk about a few strategies that can help you get through the process and still remain elegant. Because remember, ladies, elegance isn't just about how you look, it's about how you show up in the world. The first tip, ladies, is make sure that if you are feeling that you don't want to get out of bed to the point where you are sad or down most of the time, seek professional help. Professional help is a wonderful tool to help you get through moments when you just don't think you can. That is why they're called professionals. They get paid to provide this service for you, and it is always good to have someone to talk to, regardless of your faith, regardless of your ethnicity, your education. Therapy is a wonderful tool to get you through some hard times. In some communities, well, we think that there's something wrong with needing someone to talk to. It's seen as being weak or not being able to handle certain situations. Or perhaps because of your faith, you're thinking that you don't need anyone to talk to because you're praying, you're religious, and you know that God is going to take care of you. And all of that is wonderful. I happen to be a religious person who believes in God, and I do believe that God will take care of you through all things. But I also believe that God provides therapists and help when you need someone to talk to. And again, it is not a sign of weakness. So if you are feeling so bad and sad or lonely, make sure that you seek professional help, because mental health, it truly is a crisis right now. And we want to make sure we're taking care of our mental, because your mental state controls everything that you do. You cannot do anything if your mental state is off. So make sure you're taking care of your mental health, you are seeking help, and also that you are having people around you that can support you. It is important to have family and friends, people that you can truly talk to without being judged and or criticized. Next, ladies, you want to make sure that you are embracing change. Change happens, and it is going to happen as long as you live. Life is going to life. It is always lifing. Things are always happening. And some days you may feel like you don't know which way is left or right or up or down, but you have to be flexible enough to accept change for what it is. There's this cute little book called Who Moved My Cheese? Now, this book is about change, and it's about an organization and how you go through change in a professional setting. However, it still does apply to life as well, because when it comes to change, you have to be flexible enough to change. And sometimes, although it feels like the change is for the worse, you get on the other side of it and you realize that the change really is helping you grow, helping you develop. It is helping you move to that next stage of life, and it's helping you do it in a way that you probably couldn't have predicted. So make sure that you are flexible enough to embrace change when it comes, because it surely will come, and you have to be in a position where you can handle the change. Next, ladies, is you want to maintain your appearance throughout. Now, when it comes to appearance is truly important because it is the first thing people see when they first meet you, when they first see you, they are looking at you. So you want to make sure that you maintain your appearance, not just for other people, but for yourself. When I was growing up, my mother used to say, and she still says this to us all the time, even if you don't feel well, you're under the weather, you get up, you put on some fresh clothes. Whether you are putting on fresh pajamas or loungewear, you're around the house, you comb your hair. And for my mother, it was always make sure you have on your earrings and lipstick if you're going out. But the point is, you want to make sure that you get up and get dressed, because it is easy to lay in bed and not get up. And the longer you lay there, the more you will not want to get up. When you get up and you put on something fresh and clean, you start to feel just a little bit better because you're not focused so much on how you're feeling. You start to feel a little better and you focus on other things. And so if you're going through change, you want to maintain your appearance. When you go out, or if you're staying at home, when you go out, you want to maintain your appearance because people do see you, and you want to put your best foot forward whenever you are going through anything, or just in life in general. So make sure that you maintain your appearance, as hard as it may be. Now, that doesn't mean you have to get up and put on a ball gown and go out, or if you are used to going out in a certain way and now you just don't feel like it, that's fine. You can adjust how you look, but you want to make sure that you maintain yourself and that you are well groomed, because again, it's a representation of yourself, and you always want to make yourself feel good and look good. Next, ladies, you want to make sure that you are staying engaged. You want to stay engaged because when you're going through changes and things are happening, you really don't feel like it. You have a lot of weight on you, a lot of pressure, and you're just thinking about those next steps. You want to be engaged. Engage in those hobbies. Engage with people, those people that you can trust, people that you can be yourself around. Just stay engaged, because when you're engaged and active, your mind is active. And when your mind is active, it is easier to come up with solutions to whatever problems that may be going on or whatever changes may be affecting you. When you are engaged and active, you're not so focused on the problem or the issue. You are now focused more on what you're doing. And when your mind is clear, when you're focused on other things, you are able to come up with solutions. More so when you are not engaged, or when you're not active and not around people. So you want to make sure that you are engaged and active. And again, this is going to keep your mind active. It's going to help you go through whatever change that you're going through in a way where you can handle it a little more, because you're not just focused on that, you're focused on other things. Next, ladies, you always want to practice mindfulness and gratitude. When you are grateful for all that you have, regardless of what you're going through, even though things may be hard, may be a little difficult, be grateful, because when you practice gratitude, good things come back to you. When you are grateful, good energy, positive energy surrounds you. So you want to practice gratitude. And you can do this, of course, through meditation, through prayer, through doing good deeds for other people. When you focus your energy around being grateful, around being mindful, then good things start to happen to you. You are in a better mood. You're thinking more positively. And when you do that, of course, again, you can start to come up with solutions. Good things start to happen for you. You have this positive energy around you that lets you know that the situation will change and you will come out on the other side much better than you were before. So make sure that you're practicing mindfulness and gratitude, because it's going to just keep you in a space where you're feeling better, when you're not so worried about what is going on and you're not so focused on what is going on. If you are going through perimenopause or menopause and you're thinking, you don't look like you used to, you don't feel like you used to, be grateful that you are now the age that you are. Also, when you're being grateful and mindful, change your attitude overall and just start to think positively. Start saying great things about yourself. Don't focus so much on the fact that your hair may be changing, or your face may be changing, or your skin may be changing. Or don't focus on the fact that the relationship has now changed and you're not in the relationship anymore. Be thankful for the relationship and the things that you've learned in the relationship if you're going through a breakup. But take all of those things and move on to the next step, the next level, whether that's another relationship or if it's just being by yourself for a while. But you want to focus on truly being grateful and thankful for all the things that you have in your life, and even all the things that you're going through in your life, because it makes you a better person, although you may not see it right now. Ladies, you want to establish some healthy habits. When you are changing and going through any kind of change, it is so easy to grab the junk food, the snacks, and you forget about eating healthy. You want to maintain healthy habits through exercise and what you're putting in your body, because all of that, of course, is going to help you as you transition, as you go through the change, whatever the change is. When you maintain these healthy habits, you take care of your body. You've heard the saying, you are what you eat. So when you take care of your body and you're putting healthy things in your body, you are healthy or healthier. And when you are healthy, you can do almost anything. You have that ability because you have the mental health, you have the physical strength. You want to find the positive in all things. Regardless of what the change is, focus on the positive. And that is whether you are writing things down, what is positive about the situation, what you've learned in the situation, and what can you do better on the other side, and how you're feeling about it. When you write it down and you're focusing on the positive, that is going to help you navigate the change as well. Because when you focus on the positive and what is going on that is positive and that is right, again, you start to feel better about things. You're not so focused on the negative. You're starting to think about the positive. And when you think about the positive, that positive energy really does help you. It will propel you and help you get through the change a little better than if you're just focusing on the negative. And it doesn't keep you there. When you're more positive, you move through change a little bit easier, a little bit faster. So make sure that you're focusing on the positive. Now, all of these strategies and tips that I've given you, they sound very easy, and in some cases they sound a little elementary, but the truth is, when you're navigating change, this can be extremely hard to do. It sounds simple, but it's very hard because you're going through something. I hope this video has been inspirational and helpful. If I've left anything out, please leave it down below, because after all, we want to keep the conversation going. This is our Her Chat, and we're here to support each other. Thank you so much for watching. As always, well, I'll see you next time.